Good day. In this video, we're going to detail the individual parts of BeyData Librarian, what their intended use is, and how they can help you. This video is good for anyone who's using BeyData Librarian for the first time and just wants to get a lay of the land. Try to understand what they can or cannot complete with the software. Right now we're looking at the screen after user admin has logged in. You'll notice there's no default dashboard showing because it hasn't been set up yet. You'll notice two tabs across the top, File and Home, and a combo box that shows the logged in user. Being an admin, I can actually go to this box and see other users. And the reason that matters is when I'm looking at the dashboards, some of them are specific to individual assessment team members, and I may want to look to see what their workload is and if I can assign them more work or if I should assign a task to someone else. Now going left to right across the top, let's speak about the tabs. The first tab is File. Under the File tab, you have access to System Options, System Reports, sharing of assessment templates, and general information about the product. The one thing to understand about this screen, if you have a technical support question, we would need to know the version of the product that you're using, and this is where you can get that version. Now let's look at options. On the Options tab, you have Mail Settings, Report Settings, Database Settings, and the Risk Profile Settings. There is a set of videos on configuring BeyData Librarian, also on our YouTube page, so if you want to learn more about setting these settings, please view the video Initial Settings. The next item on the menu is the reports. There are two groups of reports: assessment reports and other reports. As you can probably guess, the assessment reports are to complete or to print completed or running assessments so you can view them and understand their status. And the other reports are strictly related to system reports, be it open or closed assessments, and the reporting dashboards that are viewed throughout the screen, on the main screen. For more information on the reports, you can view the video on our YouTube page called Understanding the Reports. A quick correction here. The video is actually called BeyData Librarian Reports. The next item on these menus is Share. And this allows you to share your assessment templates with other people in your organization, with other people in the community that you work with, or you can share them with BeyData and we'll make them public to all users, giving you your credit for developing that assessment. And of course you can exit. But once you're on this first tab, you have to either select the File tab or hit the Return to go back and have access to other tabs. I'm going to select the Return button here. Okay, so we're on the Home tab, which is the default tab that you see when you log into the system. It's always the default tab. Now going from left to right again, first we have Definitions. Now definitions is your assessment templates. When you select this, you will see a whole list of your templates and some examples maybe that we included in the install. To learn more about these individual assessment definitions and what they actually do, you can visit our blog. And on our blog, you can read the post understanding the predefined assessments that ship with BeyData Librarian. Again, going left to right, you have the diagram editor. And the diagram editor allows you to create flowcharts, data flows, anything that you might need as an evidentiary document that you can use to show auditors. To open the diagram editor, you simply click on the button. And there you have your editor and all the different objects, flowchart symbols, UML diagrams that you may need. The next button going over is the running button. Now the running button will show you the current run queue of all assessments that are working, and 3 ship in the running mode as examples. Additionally, if you want to see closed assessments, you can select the closed button, but again, there are none in the demo data. Continuing left to right are the risk tables, or the risk tables button. From here, you can set default risk, or you can go in and edit risk for something that might have been set during an assessment instead of going back in through the assessment procedure. Another important thing that you can do in here is that you can say which task can or cannot have risk associated with them. Sometimes when we have a task, it may be as simple as system identification. And we don't want to associate risk with that if it's just give the telephone number of the CISO. So in that case, we would set risk to not able to be edited, so the user wouldn't be bothered with that, or the assessment team member that's doing the work. The next item is catalog. This is the system-generated data inventory catalog that is created as part of completing an assessment or using a database that your company might have and adding or updating data to that. And from this catalog, you can actually print data inventory contact cards. So with the phone numbers, who needs to be contacted, how the data is processed, and each contact card will print on a 1 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. For more information on contact cards, you can view the video on the BeyData Librarian reports. The next item across the top is roles, and roles is where we can create groups, users of the system, create different team groups, anything having to do with users and groups of BeyData Librarian. The next section is the dashboards. There are 3 main dashboards available: team, status, and risk. Again, to learn more about these dashboards, you can view the reports video. The next item over is the task editor. And I'm logged in as admin, and if I hit this, I'll then be able to see all the different tasks that are assigned to me, what answers are expected, any log, and if there's any evidence. These tasks can be simple or they can be complex, and within each task I can view your overall assessment data flowchart. To understand more about the task in completing an assessment, please see the Completing an Assessment video. Finally, I have the ability to change my password and, of course, to log out of the system. Don't forget, as administrator or as an admin of the system, I can select different users and then see their status. In the sample data, almost everything is assigned to admin. Okay, that's all for this introduction video. Remember, if you have more questions about BeyData Librarian, simply go to the BeyData website. The BeyData website is noted in the description of this video. If you have any support questions, you can send them to support@beydata.com. If you have any sales questions, you can send them to sales@beydata.com. Or just go to our website contact page and give us a call. We would be happy to hear from you.